Hey guys, hopefully everyone is doing well. Today's target is to solve question number 11. ये एक मिस प्रिंटिंग है यहाँ पर 1 नहीं है, it's 11. The chapter which we are related with is accounts from incomplete records, and you can see the shape of the question. Today's question is very interesting. आपको जैसे हर क्वेश्चन में एक बात सीखने को मिलती है. In a similar way, today's question is little bit different. ऐसा लग रहा है कि जैसे ये जो स्टेटमेंट थी ये क्वेश्चन नंबर 10 में भी थी, तो आपको पेपर में बहुत एहतियात से पहचानना है. yesterday when we were solving question number 10, date was 31st December. Okay, date was for opening statement, but here this date is related to closing statement. उसके लिए आपको ये लास्ट लाइन में पढ़वाऊंगा, आप प्लीज इस पे फोकस करें. His capital at the beginning of the year was 60,000. His capital at the beginning of the year was 60,000. It means कि opening capital पहले से ही मौजूद है. तो जाहिर है फिर ये जो स्टेटमेंट आपको नजर आ रही है ये ओपनिंग स्टेटमेंट नहीं है. दिस वुड बी कंसिडर्ड एज योर क्लोजिंग स्टेटमेंट. अच्छा, अब आप मुझे एक और बात समझाएं कि कैपिटल एट द बिगिनिंग इज प्रेजेंट 60,000, क्लोजिंग स्टेटमेंट इज ऑल्सो प्रेजेंट. सो व्हाट वी आर रिक्वायर्ड टू डू, लेकिन जब आप गौर से देखेंगे तो आपको पता चल रहा है 342,000 एसेट साइड का टोटल है, while 270,000 इज टोटल ऑफ लाइबिलिटी साइड. ये तो टोटल ही आपस में बराबर नहीं है. इसका मतलब है इट्स एन इनकम्प्लीट स्टेटमेंट ऑफ अफेयर्स क्लोजिंग. है ये 31 दिसंबर, है ये क्लोजिंग स्टेटमेंट, बट इट इज इनकम्प्लीट. So simply what you will do, you will read from this word to end of paragraph and you will complete your closing statement, with the help of which we can calculate our profit. As usual, you can see that this is our pro forma. Left side profit loss statement, then opening and closing statements would be made. This was a brief introduction. I'm very hopeful that you people are ready to start our questions. So let's begin. Alright, अब चूंकि आपको मैंने कहा था कि आपने फोकस रखना है इन लाइंस के ऊपर. ये लाइन सीधी लिखी हुई हैं. वी विल जस्ट कॉपी दीज एसेट्स प्रेजेंट ओवर हियर एंड विल पेस्ट इन आवर अकाउंट. बट राइट नाउ वी विल हैव टू फोकस अपॉन दीज लाइंस. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट. हिज ड्राइंग्स ड्यूरिंग द ईयर 6,000. इट मींस ड्राइंग्स आर ऑलरेडी प्रेजेंट, सो जस्ट राइट डाउन 6,000 in drawings. After drawings, what we have is next step, land and building are to be depreciated by 2%. Since I was telling you his capital at the beginning, that means opening capital is already present, so you are not required to bother about that. Just leave it. This would not be working in this question. You are not required to fill this opening statement of here. So directly we will go to closing statement. Now our entry is regarding land and building. First of all, you will put it, and we need to write down its amount which is present in our question. Look at here, land and building is 40,000. So just post amount of land and building, and that is 40,000. After that, come back to adjustment, and it is written to be depreciated 2%. Look at here, 2% depreciation is needed. So less depreciation. And how would you calculate? Total amount was 40,000, and you will multiply by 2 divided by 100, with which you will be able to calculate your depreciation. And how much? Total value of asset 40,000, multiply by 2 divided by 100, that would be 800. So you are needed to put depreciation as 800. Finally, we will subtract this depreciation in outer column. Total amount was 40,000, its depreciation was 800. you have subtracted, and final and net value is written in closing asset side. So guys, this depreciation is completed. Now let's see what is next. Furniture and fixture by 5%. Again, this is also depreciation. So first of all, we will see how much value of furniture is given in our question, 6,000. So just post 6,000, and now we need to depreciate furniture by 5%. Over here, we will calculate depreciation 6,000. You need to multiply by 5 divided by 100, and that would be 300. So once again, I'm letting you know, look figure by 5%, and we have depreciated 5%. So 300 is depreciation. Total value of asset was 6,000 minus 300 depreciation. तो हमारे पास फाइनल वैल्यू भी साथ में आ गई. ओके, एडजस्टमेंट्स आहिस्ता आहिस्ता कंप्लीट हो रही हैं. प्लांट एंड मशीनरी 10%. सो ओवर हेयर plant and machinery, we will see how much amount of plant and machinery is given, that is 1,10,000. Just post 1,10,000 over here, and now it is said to depreciate plant and machinery by 10%. So here, as usual, less depreciation, and how you will calculate 1,10,000 multiply by 10 divided by 100, so it would be 11,000. This way you have calculated depreciation upon plant and machinery, and after its calculation simply you will subtract depreciation from asset. 1,10,000 asset और 11,000 इसकी depreciation थी, माइनस करके फाइनल वैल्यू आपने बाहर लिख दी. ओके, आफ्टर प्लांट एंड मशीनरी सन्डी डेटर्स आर टू बी रिड्यूस्ड. रिड्यूस का मतलब कम करने. रिड्यूस्ड बाय 2%. सो यू विल गो बेटर टू लीव वन line to create the difference of current asset and fixed asset. So sundry debtors, first we will see how much amount of sundry debtor is present. Look at here 151,000. पहले तो आप इस वैल्यू को नोट करें. 151,000 के डेटर्स हैं and we are asked to reduce, so less you may name it as provision. नाम तो उसने कोई दिया नहीं, उसने बस ये कहा रिड्यूस कर लें, और रिड्यूस करने के लिए वो बोल रहा है कि you will have to calculate 2%. Look, Sunday debtors are to be reduced by 2%. So come over here and you will calculate 2%. How? 151,000 multiply by 2 divided by 100. This way you will be able to calculate 2% provision. 151 क्या है जरा बताएं? It's total amount of debtors and you are needed to calculate 2%. तो provision भी calculate होके आ गई, that is 3020. So here I mistakenly pushed another button. So the amount which you have calculated is 3020. Okay guys, और उसने कहा इसको reduce कर दो. So you will subtract 151,000 was amount of debtors and 2% you have calculated 3020. अभी वो 3 की जगह 2 लग गया था. So ऐसी मिस्टेक जो है ना पेपर के अंदर आपको परेशान कर सकती हैं. Luckily I have seen the amount and now it has been corrected. Alright, he has used 1,600 worth of stock of his business for private purpose. ये भी ड्राइंग्स आ गई. अच्छा, अब आपको ना बड़े ध्यान से देखना है. यहाँ पर पहले से ही एक ड्राइंग थी, अमाउंट ऑफ दैट वाज 6000, और अब आपके पास एक और ड्राइंग आ गई दैट इज 1600. सो देयर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ ड्राइंग्स. फर्स्ट इट वाज रिटन ओवर हियर, यहाँ देखें जरा, हिज ड्राइंग ड्यूरिंग द ईयर 6000, दिस वाज फर्स्ट ड्राइंग. एंड देन worth of stock 1600 worth of stock of his business for private use, it would also be considered drawing. So drawing number 1 6000, drawing number 2 1600. This way there are two drawings, so obviously you will have to add both so that you can show total amount of drawings is 7600. Now next, during the year 22, he sold some of his household furniture for 2000 and paid that money into the business. और आपको ये बात पता है कि whenever any amount or anything which is provided by the proprietor into the business, that amount is called capital. So please understand it is capital. उसने अपना घर का फर्नीचर बेचा, पैसे आए, and that amount of money is deposited in bank account of business. Look at here, इस पे ध्यान दें. Business bank account, amount has been deposited in business bank account. It is just like that कि he had deposited amount in business, so it would be considered capital. But now again listen very carefully, since it is during the year, so it would be fresh capital or introduced capital amounting 2000. Now next, his capital at the beginning is 60,000. Beginning mean opening capital, so here you will be putting 60,000 as opening capital. After that, draw the statement of profit loss account. Alright, so इसका मतलब है कि यहाँ क्वेश्चन एंड हो गया. अब हमने सिंपली जो बाकी चीजें रह गई हैं उनको फिट करना है. First, land and building, we have already posted land and building in asset side, so we don't need to write. Furniture 6000, this is also written. Look at here, 6000. After furniture we have plant and machinery, and plant and machinery is also written 1,10,000. 1,10,000. Then we have stock. Yes, this stock is needed to be written. So come in closing statement, write down stock. Amount of stock is 18,400. So just put 18,400 in closing asset side. After stock we have sundry debtor 151,000, and you can see that 151,000 of debtors are already written. Look at here, 151,000. Okay. After debtors we have cash. Cash is your asset, so we will go to closing asset side, and there you will put the cash. Amount of cash given is 16,600. So just put 16,600 in closing cash. After that, this side has been completed. All assets are transferred. Now we will come over here. Sundry creditors 1,30,000. So come over here. Sundry creditors amount is 1,30,000. So just put 130,000 over here. Then we have loan from money lender. No matter what type of loan, that loan would be written in liability. This loan amount is 113,200. So 113,200 would be written in closing liability side. After that, other liabilities. So this would also be the part of closing side. Other liabilities, amount of other liabilities 26,800. So just put 26,800 in other liabilities. So as we have seen that all amounts related to closing asset completed, और जो भी liabilities थी वो भी सब आपने लिख दी. अब छोटा सा काम आपका गया है, यू आर नीडेड टू कैलकुलेट योर कैपिटल। और आप सबको अच्छी तरह से पता है हाउ वी विल कैलकुलेट आवर कैपिटल, एसेट्स माइनस लाइबिलिटीज, और टोटल भी ऑलरेडी हो चुका हुआ है। टोटल ऑफ एसेट साइड 326,880 and you will subtract total of liabilities 270,000. Alright, so in this way you will calculate your capital. एक दफा दोबारा बता रहा हूँ, 326,880, this was total of asset side, and then minus 270,000 total of liability side. So this way capital has been calculated. Answer check कर लेते हैं. Closing capital 56,880 and our closing capital is also 56,880. It means our answer is correct. So now it's time to put this value 56,880, answer of closing capital we have posted. Then finally we will calculate our profit. For that, as usual, you will have to add first two amounts. First two amounts will be added. पहली दो रकमें जमा करनी होती हैं. All last three items would be subtracted. And secondly, you know that we don't have interest on capital in this question, so you can write 0. Final answer we have got is 2480, and you can see net profit 2480 is there. So it means question has been completed. Answers are matched. मगर जो मैं as usual हर लेक्चर में आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ, फिर करने लगा हूँ कि आपने इस क्वेश्चन को खुद करना है. जब तक आप खुद नहीं करेंगे, सिर्फ देखने से काम नहीं बनता. आप बैठें और इस क्वेश्चन को खुद करें, सॉल्व करें. कोई मसला हो, मुश्किल हो, सो यू कैन कमेंट, यू कैन message, you can text, or you can directly meet to share your problem. I will humbly be trying my best to answer your question quickly. So thank you very much for your time. It's time to say goodbye. Allah Hafiz.